I think 2 weeks ago, I released a video of a student of mine and I just showed his hands and his gun as he was shooting. And you clearly can see that the gun tilts down and then bang, it goes, which means we all know low left. And he was calling it anticipation and flinching. And I disagree. It is day 108 of Dry Fire with myself, Sydney Matlaku. So let's talk about it. The first thing I want you to wrap your head around first is this. You are born with two fears, the fear of loud noises and the fear of falling. And we both know that the gun causes both. It is loud and it makes people fall over. The second thing I really want you to wrap your head around is how your hand works. When you go grab a fruit out of a fruit bowl, your whole fingers work together. But we also both know that you are able to control traffic with just one finger, or even point with all your fingers and a thumb, which means that you are able to control what is happening with your hand. Now, what happens now when we're talking about, let's say, sports, and we're talking anticipation of any other sport? We use anticipation in order for us to become better at those sports. But in this shooting sport, anticipation is looked at as a bad thing, and maybe it's the way it's being explained. There's what I think is called a startle flinch, which means that I'm unaware what's happening, I'm doing my own things, and then suddenly somebody scares me. Then I get scared, startle flinch. Same thing happens when you're learning boxing and you're doing your thing and they tell you, keep your eyes open, you must see where the punch is coming from. But if you really DVD and video it, you'll see just before the punch comes close, the eye blinks. Flinch. That flinch you cannot control. And I don't know why we keep on explaining it as the main thing that is disturbing your shots going low left. Because once you're in the environment of shooting, you see it especially with new students, especially in an indoor range where the percussion is so close and so loud that even when people are shooting next to their base, it's always these little flinches. They cannot control it. But once you get used to the environment, now they know. What do we use that? We call it the anticipating of what's happening. I'm going to the shooting range. I know what's about to happen. So because I know what's about to happen, I ready myself. But again, use it in a different way. Again, the way your hand works is that you're able to control. Why do I call this brothers and sisters? If you look at experienced shooters, I hope you can see my finger, sometimes dark here. I'm able to bend my knuckle over there. It doesn't matter where the trigger is going to land on my finger. The idea is I must able to press. Now, when you're in shooting, this is very difficult because then you're going to be doing that kind of thing as you're pressing the trigger, which means that your whole finger is going to curl and then it's also going to curl there, which also explains your left shots and more low left. But what is happening here is more important. The trigger is hampered by three things. It is the distance. The longer the distance to take from A to C, which means that bang is the C, the more opportunity you have to deviate by pressing the trigger. The second thing is the speed. Sometimes you want to press it quickly. So again, if you press it and you don't understand how to press it straight and you're still curling, it's going to go left. The other thing you must understand, because of the trigger has got weight, the speed and the weight are the thing that I call brothers and sisters. Why do I call brothers and sisters? You tell your trigger finger, oh, I need help. But what happens is when your brothers and sisters come, they help first, and then you come in after. So which is why you see it. The gun tilts down and then bang. So that is what is causing your low left shots. It is you are shooting with your whole hand. You can't keep on blaming flinching and anticipation for the rest of your life because of not understanding that something that you are able to control. A flinch, you cannot control it. It's your own body doing its own self-preservation. So that you cannot control. But brothers and sisters, making sure that they stay in place, and then you learn how to isolate and do isolating drills so that you are able then to press the trigger straight backwards. Doesn't matter where the trigger is. Are you able to press straight backwards? Because again, sometimes you get a shit draw, you get a crack draw. In an emergency, are you going to remember where your finger's going to go? So please learn to press the trigger straight backwards, doesn't matter where it is, and then understand that it's not a flinch, it's not anticipation now. You are not new at shooting anymore. It is now shooting with your whole hand. Too much input into the gun. Happy dry fire and love life.